Welcome to the weekly podcast that keeps it real about youth sports, social issues, and sports in general. The Final Word with your hosts, Joe, Dre, John, Chris, and Dave. And now, without further ado, presenting the Final Word.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, fellas?
Good evening.
Long time no see. Y'all ain't bout it.
Bout it.
Oh, this is a family show. My bad.
So y'all was real chatty patty in the green room. Talk that stuff now.
Chris Ward.
Stuff now. He got that look in his eye, man. Go ahead and chill. You got that look in your eye.
Yeah.
Let somebody else talk about your child.
Oh, there you go. Look.
In the video, let somebody else talk about your damn child. If you need to talk about your child, that means your child ain't that damn good.
Hey, don't let Joe hype you up, Chris. Chill out.
Man, look, ain't nobody got to hype me up. One thing I gotta worry about it. I told you, boy. You know how that dog run off the porch? And you kick it. When a big dog run off the porch, you kicking, you running.
Big dog.
My boy said he ain't been down since 69, huh?
You ain't gotta worry about that one, boy.
So what's been going on, fellas? I see Jesuits rolling.
Yeah, man, they're playing good ball. They got a big, I guess two big tests this week coming up. So, but they've been rolling, man.
Who y'all play?
We got Calvary.
Okay.
And Gaither.
Okay.
Rolling. Keep them soldiers rolling. Y'all played Calvary already, right? The preseason, right?
Last year.
That wasn't this year?
Yeah. That was last year.
I think Plant played Calvary. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. They beat Plant, right?
Yeah. Yep.
It was regular season.
Oh, it was a regular season game.
What was the score?
3 points.
Yeah. Nah, that should be a good
Where's that game? That got to be on the road, bro, because y'all been playing at home a lot.
Straight up. We got that. We got home court advantage right now. Yeah, that's on the road. That is on the road going to Clearwater.
When is that?
Friday night.
Okay.
Friday night. Yep. Now, Dave was telling me, so Jesuit is 11-0, and we dropped. So what I want to talk about, let's talk about strength of schedules. Because did we not drop, Dave?
You did. You dropped from 16 to 22.
And that 16 is what? 16 in
state of Florida.
So I know you guys know about this. I'm not really understanding all this strength of schedule stuff. So we're undefeated. We win 2 and we drop. Why?
It's who your opponent. It's based on who your opponents played, your opponent's record, and then also who your opponents played. There's an acronym called OOWP, which is opponents win percentage, which factors in pretty highly with Max Preps. So not only.
Do y'all agree with this though?
Well, that's how the average Joe's rankings was born, because I didn't agree with them rankings and I thought it was foolishness. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do my own rankings. I told you to come with the Petty John ranking, but you don't listen to me. I don't know nothing. I told you to come with the Petty John.
I just like to talk about average Joe's rankings.
And Darryl Newton said, man, Dave Lamar be trying to step on your toes with his little rankings and stuff. I said, man, he can't see the average Joe's ranking.
But this is my thing. So we win 2 in a row. Now, say your team loses a game to a good team, they could move up.
If they're really good, they'll move up. Yeah.
So what two wins made us drop? What 2 wins this week?
Who'd y'all play?
Well, Do you want the bad? I even got worse news for you if you want that now.
Well, hold on. Let's go to the rankings first. Who did the 2 wins? What 2 wins was it?
Slam and IMG.
But Slam beat Winthrop. Slam got some good wins.
They also,
What are they ranked though?
Joe, they got a 7 point. Yes, that is. Slam's got a 7 point. So Slam's actually real high. They got a 7.6 strength of schedule. That's
So
pretty.
how did we drop and we beat them by 30? Well, not 30.
Now remember, John, it takes in everybody that you've played, and then when they start. All right, so let's go. Now you really got me dive. I'm gonna do way too much
Yeah,
work.
dive in, baby.
So, but you're gonna drop even more too. But you're not gonna be happy about that. So you've played. Let's see what would have made you guys drop. Southeast, Cypress.
That was in the beginning of the year, though.
But John, the rankings are for the whole season, so it's a body of work. And then the more games they play, and if they keep losing, it actually makes it worse. I'm going to use a team that somebody on this show doesn't think is very good. So Gaither, for example, started off the season 1-2.
Who don't think this is good?
I'm not saying any names. But I know it's not me.
And
I know it's not John, and I know it's not Joe. So they
It's not even seen yet.
But Gaither's first 4 games were against Newsom, Sickles. John, who else did Gaither? They played somebody else really good. Gaither's first 4 games were against Newsom, Sickles, East Bay, and Plant. For public schools, those are probably 4 of the top 6. When Gaither starts winning, John, they're going to jump because their body of work is against teams that keep on winning. So last week, Gaither wasn't even ranked in the top 25, I don't think. No, Gaither was 150, and the 150, and they jumped up 7 spots, but their index went up by like 2 points because the teams they play keep winning. So the more Gaither wins, they're going to keep jumping because the teams they play are good.
But that's just one team. That's Chris alma mater. I know they have to give up basketball sooner or later, but
that's how you want to do it.
All right, so John, let's use Southeast. Southeast is 1-8.
Who did they beat?
They beat Lakewood Ranch, who is 1-6 and ranked below them. So,
but what other team made us drop? Because when we beat them, we were moving up.
Now remember, when you did it, it's more as more games are played, there's more games to be indexed. So that's why, you and I talked about it. This is the biggest. This is a huge week for you guys, because if you guys go 1-1 or 2-0, you guys will skyrocket.
Gotcha. And then what's the bad news?
The bad news is when the rankings came out, you guys, and now it's not your guys' fault, but you guys had it in there that you played the IMG national team, but you didn't. And so when they're going to change it to IMG Gold, and so it's going to drop you guys because you didn't play the national team.
But it didn't say national, it just says IMG.
IMG is the national team. All the other teams had their cup. So whoever does your schedule updated it today, and now it says IMG Gold.
Saying you played the IMG national team and you played one of the lower teams is equivalent to lying on your meat, bro. So tighten up.
Okay, but I'm gonna tell y'all this right. It wasn't no lie.
John, what are
Okay.
y'all doing that?
There's only one school that lies.
It's not. IMG didn't have all their teams in there. The guy that did it had to go.
See? So blame IMG. And then last year when we played IMG, they had a mixture of, it was like a rainbow. They had gold, gray, blue, and national all together. So they was lying last year.
Well, you lying this year.
I just don't like that. That's messed up. If you keep winning, you should.
Well, John, how about this? Come up with your own damn rank. How about that?
That's right.
My shit don't count. at the end of the day, what Dave is saying, those are the ones that count.
No, they don't.
What you mean they don't?
That's that. Yeah, they do, Chris. It's the way it works.
No, the hell they don't.
Because if it was your record, then Tampa Prep would have made it 2 years ago when they were 22-3 and they didn't make the playoffs.
If you win and you win, you win. That's what counts. The hell
Nope.
with
Chris, they were 22-3 and they didn't make the tournament.
That's fine. Did they win their district?
Wait, you just said it. If
Did they win their district?
no, they didn't win their district.
There you
So
go.
you didn't win.
So
That's
you did
right.
not.
Chris is right, man. You didn't
But
win.
last year
One point
we
for
had
Chris.
last year you had a worse record. I think the way they do it's right. If you gotta. It's not all about winning games. You got to play competitive teams.
Did you win the district?
Last year
Yes.
we did win our district last year.
Okay, that's why you made it.
But Chris, 4 other teams make it.
All I said is if you win, you don't have to worry about that. It doesn't matter.
You got to you win your district, not just winning. Winning's not the only thing that matters.
When you're that's what I said. When you're district.
No, you said
Hello,
win.
you play to win the game.
Yeah, listen, I ain't playing for second place in my district. I'm sorry. And hoping to get that. No, that's not realistic. If you go back to the old school, like it should be, if you don't win your district, you don't go no further.
Well, they've always taken 8 teams, so that's not exactly how it.
That's not true. If you didn't win your district, you did not go.
Well, when you were, they took the winner and the runner-up. They took 2 from each one.
No, they did not. They took you winning your district. We were number 1 in the state and lost our district. We did not go. We hadn't lost to anybody in the state of Florida. We did not go.
That's Southeast.
Yes.
Yeah, but that was before they even had computers.
Yeah, that was in 1962. They did
Yeah,
it on
Chris is correct because that happened to us too. We lost in the district chip against Tech, and we did not go. In my senior year was the first year they let 2 teams go.
Yeah, that's how it should be. Y'all
I
got-
apologize, Chris. I thought you were talking about when you were coaching, not before there were computers invented.
we didn't lose our district when I was coaching.
Yeah, I didn't think he was talking about back in the 1900s either. But
We didn't lose our district, so we didn't have to worry about it. Even though our strength of schedule was 4 or 5.
So strength of schedule, a 4 and above is good.
Hell no, boy, don't believe
No?
it. No. You need a
4 and 5 is actually not a bad schedule, Chris.
You need to be a 4 or above is a good strength of schedule.
Yeah, but the reason I was saying that, Dave, and it's not to say that you're not right. It was just because when we got to the space and we got further and we were playing some of those bigger schools, they were having 10s, 12s, 13s, 14s, and then we down there.
How do you get that though, Chris?
I
So
don't
you-
just
Just say like if you're down in Miami or if you're in Fort Lauderdale, right? You're playing stronger competition, or in Jacksonville, you're playing stronger competition. Orlando, you're playing stronger competition. So you're looking at the quality of schedule based on wins and losses. You're not playing somebody that has a, 2-23 record. You're playing somebody that's competitive and they have strong, and I don't know if it's such a thing, but they have strong losses.
yeah.
And so that's how they get a higher, because all the teams that they play are winning. Like they're competitive teams. They don't have a 336.
John's acting like he's important on this phone call. The only people that call you are on this podcast.
They probably call him to threaten his ass.
But Chris, you make a good point. So I keep every ranking for the season week over week, so you can look at it. Last week, our number 1 team was 16, and our 25th team was 390. So that was in the state. This week, our number 1 team is 22, and our 25th team is 434. We dropped 40. You know how bad that is? Like it shows you how weak our county is. Our county as a whole is weaker than these other regions because our bottom dropped by 44.
So who's the top team?
Right now, Jesuit's number 1 by Max Prep's rankings. They're 22 in the state.
Okay. And then after that,
So another example. So Sickles goes to 50. They went undefeated last week. They dropped from 34 to 50. They dropped 16 spots.
because
They went, and their strength went, and Joe knows this, their strength of schedule went from a 4.6 to a 2.1. That's a massive. I wonder who they played last week because they're good.
Yeah.
Like you can't, they played teams they probably were forced to play. Like,
yeah,
that's a big drop for Sickles.
What you say, Dave? Who good?
Sickles is good.
Yes, they are.
And
but they're 50.
So John, they dropped. So they're a perfect example. So last week they were 34th in the state with a 4.0 strength of schedule. They went 2-0. Their strength of schedule dropped by 2.5, and they dropped 16 spots. And they went and they won both their games. Like they dropped farther than you.
Who did they play?
So here's their opponents: home of Joe Filon, Durant, and Leto. So that's not a good week. You play a team that's ranked 420.
I get it. I get it. But they also didn't they beat Windermere?
But John, that's already been in their formula. So
I don't like that, bro. That don't make any sense.
So John, you think your team goes 4-0 and so John, you go 4-0 with your travel team, and then you go and play. Then you go play tier 3 and go 4-0, and you think you should jump over teams that go 3-1?
No, I shouldn't drop though. If I'm winning, I'm winning.
No, that's not true.
No, but you're playing, John. You're playing.
So just say it like this, John. So just say we would try to play as many tough teams as we possibly could, right? Early. But when we got to in our district, we didn't play anybody with a winning record. They didn't have even close to a winning record.
Okay, so let me say, so what if you got a team that playing hella competition, all right? Get blasted. They get blasted. They lose. And then they play a quote-unquote local team and get beat again. So if that team's strength of schedule is good and then the local team beats them, you just added games just to play. That shit don't mean nothing unless you win.
I mean, John, you gotta win. You gotta win and then have some competitive. Like you can't just lose every game. Like winning,
right.
Winning matters.
Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, Sickles played. I mean, they played bottom teams, so then they're gonna bottom teams by their rank. They played 724, 587, and 426. That's 1,200. I mean, they played an average ranking of like 520.
Wow. You just think about if you had just think I'll say like Middleton or Brandon, and you played 5 teams like that, and that was the rest. Like, gonna drop.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like you still get it ain't like every game is gonna be good. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're not saying that, but you can't play 3 in a week, John. Their 3 teams last week were 724, 587, and 426. And Mike didn't schedule those games. Mike was forced to play those games.
The county schedules those games.
That's what I'm saying. So it hurts him because he's following the rules.
Yep, he can beat him by 90 points, and he's still going to drop because just for playing him.
That's crazy. I don't agree with that.
You don't have a choice.
That's why the Average Joe's Rankings was created.
He threw that in there. Hey, they said Gaither played Sickles played your team, your alma mater. Joe.
They play who?
Hey, Joe.
Yep.
I think mine might be worse than yours.
Man.
Alma mater?
Yeah.
No,
yeah. Yeah, dog.
Stop. Listen.
No, I don't know about that, dog.
They're not that bad, though, Chris. They're not that bad.
Who?
Southeast.
Ooh.
Well, I should hang up on your ass. They're not that good.
Good and terrible.
Good and terrible.
But I was disappointed.
Yeah.
What you disappointed for?
That man, that ain't that. Yeah. This, yeah.
Y'all beat Jesuit when you played, Chris?
I haven't seen Jefferson.
We didn't lose to anybody in the state till district finals.
Oh.
We lost.
Hold on, you didn't lose to nobody in the state, and you never went to state?
No, we lost to Gibbs.
Bitch, you lying?
So you lost in the state then.
No, we lost to Gibbs in district finals.
That makes no sense what you just said.
It makes no. I'm
You
so
never
confused.
lost in the state, but we lost to Gibbs.
No, I said we didn't that well. Let me apologize.
Before.
In the regular season,
Let me allow you to retort.
we didn't lose to anybody in the state until district finals.
So you lost to somebody in the state then.
We lost to Gibbs.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
That's your only game you lost all year?
No, we lost to team out of New York, Stephon Marbury or Norbert Marbury's team. We lost to the City of Palms twice. We lost to Memphis Central, and we lost to team out of New York. And then we lost in the Great Florida Shootout one game. We went 3-1 in the Great Florida Shootout.
So you had a
We
y'all
lost.
team had like a Tampa Catholic schedule.
We lost to 3 out-of-state teams. Yeah. So what was it? Lincoln. We lost to Lincoln. We lost to Memphis Central, and we lost to, I want to say, team out of Louisville, Pleasure Ridge, out of Louisville.
Who I know Chris, you've been to some games. Joe, you've been to some games.
Shout out to Tampa Catholic, man. They playing the big boy scale. It's big boy basketball.
What happened?
Yeah, no, they play, but okay, so let me say this. Tampa Catholic always plays a big time tournament. But they went to Hawaii. Who they play?
Oh, I have no clue.
Whoever got put in front of them.
Nah, don't say that shit now. Because people play whoever they put in front of them, and if they get beat bad,
Well,
all of a sudden
they dropped. They ranked drop, right?
But my thing is, if you lose to a team out of state, why should your state ranking drop?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, so
Joe said that Tampa Catholic dropped. Why would they drop if they lose to a team out of state?
well, number one is on Max Prep, right?
Yeah.
Max Prep does everything for all states.
It's just like if a kid drops in ranking and he drops in the national ranking, but he also drops in the state if somebody passed him.
So it's still the strength of schedule of that team from the other
That
state.
ain't make no type of sense, Joe.
Uh-huh.
That made no type of sense.
It does. If you drop in the ranking, you drop. So
I'm
whether
saying,
it's a
though,
national ranking or a state ranking,
how can you drop in a state ranking if you lose to an out-of-state team?
If that out of team strength of schedule is low and you lose,
Nah, man.
because it's
That's
still a
crazy.
loss.
it's not like you're talking about Max Prep is just on a state level, it's on a national level.
John, John, what are you trying to ask? Now you got me confused. You lost me.
Joe said that Tampa Catholics dropped in rankings, right?
Tampa Catholic went from the first time to now. They went from 165. No, they went up 40 spots.
But they lost. I'm so confused.
Well, they
Play some quality teams.
They
Who
last
did they play that was quality in Hawaii?
who they lose to? They lost. They went 2-1 last week.
Thank you, Rashad Anderson, my guy.
He's laughing at you, bro.
Oh, I thought he was laughing at you. Rashad, are you laughing at me or Joe?
Hell yeah, you're looking at your special.
John, I'm confused. TC went 2-1 last week.
So they lost one game.
Yeah, to the number 7 team in the country or whatever they're ranked.
There you go with the. Come on, dog.
John, they lost to IMG National, bro.
So they didn't lose in Hawaii.
Yeah,
Hawaii was the week before.
IMG, what you lying on that meat about? IMG National.
You said they haven't dropped.
Who said that?
You said this was last week. I'm talking about if they lost in Hawaii to a team that was good, why would they drop? What I'm also saying is, why would they drop if it's an out-of-state team?
Because it's on their schedule.
It's still a loss.
It's still a loss, bro.
How can you drop in the state if you're not playing anybody in your state?
Oh my God, are we really good?
That don't make sense, bro. I'm sorry.
Chris,
Well, you need to do your own damn rankings.
I'm just all right. Anyways, my question was to Joe and Chris. Y'all been to some games this year. What players and what teams were you impressed with?
That sounds like a setup question.
It's not. You can remove Jesuit. Thank you, Shad, my guy.
It's not two different things. Rashad
Yeah.
don't know nothing either, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he don't know.
Both of y'all.
John, your logic, John, you make no sense right now.
Hey, me and Shad, we here, Shad.
All right, so
Appreciate
John, when
you,
you beat those teams in a couple weeks, we're not going to count those then,
Right.
and you'll be all pissed at us. We beat a team from Ohio.
Well, that's the first
That
thing he's
is
gonna
true.
say. Where they from?
No, y'all right. Them rankings are real.
Hey, because he already looked up.
He already looked their ranking. He wants to beat that team.
1-30.
Look. I'll be the first one to say rankings don't mean nothing. Stats don't mean nothing. You got to line it up because you could have hella stats against some boom boom teams, and then when we see a kid play, we're like, oh damn, what happened to the stats? So those really don't mean nothing. I'm sorry. Rankings and stats don't mean nothing. You got to play the game.
Those player rankings definitely don't mean anything. I mean, it means something because it makes people look. But I saw a kid this weekend. He plays for Davidson Day out of, I think, North Carolina. Kid named Cody Peck. He about 6'10", can handle, can shoot, dunks everything. Everything. Look him up, Cody Peck on Instagram. And I tried to find him on the ESPN ranking. I didn't see him. And I saw him on the 24/7 ranking at like number 90. Which is ridiculous. He's one of he definitely top 10, bro, like top 5.
You know why that is, Joe?
Yeah, what?
Why is he?
Because he's probably not going to any of those camps.
Well, I mean, he's
Right about him.
he had a good school. He's at a really good school, and his aunt actually is something Peck. She works on ESPN or whatever. Like
Carolyn Peck?
Yes, that's his aunt. She was there watching him. But
He's good.
that kid, the real deal, bro. About 6'10", put it on the floor. Like, I'm telling you.
He's got big time offers.
I don't know how he's not like top 10.
Because he probably didn't go to those camps, and they won't write about him because he didn't go to those camps.
Now I've heard people say that. You're right, Chris. I've heard people say, why, if you're not supporting us, why should we? And I'm like, damn, just be real with your rankings or be real with any of that stuff. But
I mean,
they don't do that.
Just think about it like this. When I told you about what's his name, being Cardi, and I asked him about JoJo, not this past year before last, and I asked about JoJo, and I said, hey, he said, hey, have him come see me, have him come, and then when he came to watch him this summer, he sent me a text and said, hey, he earned this one. Well, it's the same thing that he earned a year before, but you got to be in a space to where you had no choice but to write about him, because if you didn't, somebody else was going to beat you to the punch.
Right. And see, but that's not, I don't know. That's why I don't like when y'all say, yo, do your, no, because rankings is all opinionated or people that you have a relationship with.
Yeah,
I knew that name sounded familiar, Joe. He was at IMG last year.
Was he?
Yeah, he played in the City of Palms. Bless you, Jen.
Dave said, bless you. That's a loud ass sneeze. God damn.
telling you, get your ass off.
Yeah, that kid tough, bro.
That kid is tough. All right, so back to Chris never answered the question, John. He always avoids your question.
No, that's real talk. Because, people said that Hillsborough County is wide open this year. And I think I agree with that. But also just players. Is there a player that like, yo, that kid that you didn't even think of, or you did think of, but that kind of surprised you, or that you're like, yo, I like that kid?
I got one, but we'll let Chris go.
Go ahead, Dave.
John knows this, I've always been a big fan of his game, Neo, and now they lost their D1 commit who transferred, and then their guard's been out. Scoot has been out for 5 games. They played without KJ, and the kid scores 38 and everybody or 32 against Leesburg, and they got the whole team trying to stop him. And he's averaging, Chris, he's averaging 27 a game, Chris, and they play. Every team has been tough except one game on their schedule, and he's averaging 27. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well, due to
Scoot can go. I mean, Neil can go.
Well, they both can go. But what?
Ranks just due to the when I get out of training, most of the boys are, due to Title IX, most of the boys teams are done playing when I get out of training. So second half, I'll be able to go out and see a lot more. So I know I want to come see Tampa Prep this Friday. Right? They're playing this Friday, right?
Yeah, Friday should be 2 good games. Dre will have a game Friday.
Yes, I want to come see him. But I see Jesuit. I've probably seen Jesuit 4 times, maybe 5.
You've seen Jesuit more times this year than your last 15 years combined.
Yeah, I have. But that's
right.
That's just due to the time that they play. And I'm able to get there at a respectable time. But they're not bad. They're pretty damn good, and they're young, and so that's one piece I like about them. The kid I just saw from Slam, he's not bad. The long kid John just talked about that Junior was guarding. He's what's his name?
MJ.
What's his name?
What kid?
MJ Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's not bad, but I think he focuses on like getting himself better instead of getting everybody else involved. I think if he got everybody else involved, he would be a better player, a lot better player. Because he's long, he can handle the ball, he understands the speed of the. But when it goes into self, I kind of lose my. Like when it goes into selfish mode, I kind of like lose myself. And he had a lot of spans where he had selfish mode play. The low guard from Chamberlain.
Talking about
Devontae?
Our kid?
No, there's that. He plays both ends.
With the hair?
Yes.
Yeah, Vontae.
Oh my God, I like him. He plays. He doesn't shoot the ball really well, but he can. Well, he didn't shoot the ball really well that night that y'all played him. But he got to his spots. He got everywhere he wanted to go, and there was nothing nobody could do about it. His finishing was the issue. And he got everybody shots. That's how they were able to shoot those threes in the corner.
And it's crazy that you say that because he didn't have a great game against us because he was in foul trouble. But no, he can play.
That second half, because I got the second, man, he was getting everybody shot, and there was nobody out there getting wide. They were out there getting wide open shots because you had to collapse on him because you get into spaces where But if he could shoot the ball better,
Vontae athletic as hell, strong as hell, has no fear.
Man, and then he played both ends.
Right.
It's not bad talent out there. There's just so many damn schools. That's what stretches everything, So, but I look to be able to answer your question, and being able to answer your question and have something else to go off of based on the teams that you guys played. Even when I saw you play Winthrop, you got Jaden, you got actually Kai had a really good game,
and he was hurt
in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
They went missing in the second half. They had one really good half of basketball, and they just, Jaden had a really good first half, and then second half he went away too. So you have some pieces in the county that are pretty talented, but can they make other people better? Can they play on both ends? And you can rank people all you want. and you can say they're as good as here. Are you local good, or are you good enough to play at the next level? And that's the space that I want to see kids at. I don't want them just be local good, because we have a lot of local good players. But at the end of the year, that's all they're going to be, local good players. They ain't going nowhere else. So who can you say that we'll put out there and that'll represent this area at the next level? Who will be I'm not saying be a Kevin Knox, but be a Edric Bronson, who will be a Jason Johnson or a Joshua Lewis. I mean, and Joshua Lewis is a high major. I think he's a high major player. But who will be those kids that you can put out there and that will represent this area and that's competitive enough to represent this area, whether it's Division I, Division II, whatever level, that can play at the next level. So
I think we have a lot of them. I really do. I just think the mentality has to change. Like you said, a lot of kids, and it comes from parents too, they're playing for stats. And I think that really affects their game, because if you really talk to a basketball guy, a basketball woman, whatever, can you make others better? I talked to somebody today like, yo, I don't know if he can make anybody better. So that's the key to me. But when you get involved with with selfishness or not making the right play, like what you were saying, like I think that's the biggest problem that I see from watching a lot of basketball around here. It's like, man, I got to get mine. And I think there's more kids that care about their stats than care about winning. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, if you look at the game that you played against Winthrop, if they would have played like they played in the first half, you would have lost. But they didn't understand the adjustment.
Well, I wouldn't say we would have lost, but it would have been a better game. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, if they would have stayed like they did, you guys adjusted well to them. And
Right.
So it's like they kept throwing fastball after fastball.
Yes, agree.
And they wouldn't slow down the pace. They didn't understand the speed of it. So they played right into what you wanted to do. So they played too fast into a space that was like they're trying to do 60 and a 30. And so that's what got them in trouble. And they did not adjust at all.
So let me ask you this. Say a team like Plant, who's well coached. You can't just say, hey, stop this guy or whatever. Does that hurt them on the next level?
No.
What I mean by that is for them to get looks, for them to get offers. Does that hurt them because they play so well as a team?
No, because you can pull kids out of that space and you know who's going to be the alpha male. You know who's the player. You can see it. I mean, like when you saw Plant last year or the year before, what's the kid name that was being recruited by Eckert?
He played there for a year. He went. Willard.
Oh,
he was better than everybody on the floor. You knew that. Even in a system, you knew that. So you can tell those players based on, system players. I mean, just look at where you are. This is the first Jesuit. This is the first year that Jesuits ever run the basketball like that. Ever. Like they've never averaged 80 points a game. Like that's unheard of there. But you knew who their players were in that system that they ran. So I just think they make them better players at the next level because they know how to transfer their skill set based on need of the team.
Right. I see that.
Oh, Joe's not involved, or
Joe's on mute.
He's getting his questions together for Coach.
I know, right?
So, Coach, hey Joe not even
muted us, yo.
That is straight caca, bro.
Normally, when you mute, you can still hear us, but
he done muted everything. Look at it. He looking like, what the hell they talking about?
Yeah, he's ignoring us. Yeah. Dave, how you guys look over there at prep? You had Kai go for what, 29, 26, something rebounds, something
26, yeah.
He leads the state, right, Dave?
Yeah. Yeah. Second, maybe. I don't want to get
this, Dave.
What?
Could he do that every single night?
I said it We had it timestamped in this. I said he should average 18 and 18 every single night.
And what did I say? If he does that, he'll get what?
He'll get what he deserves, I think, is what your quote was.
He'll get recruited. All he has to do is rebound. They don't care about the points that he scored. Can he rebound?
Yeah. He's number 2 overall in the state for rebounding and 4th in blocks.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, that'll be noticed. Somebody's going to notice that he's rebounding the ball like that. Like,
The ref said something to us on Saturday during the game.
Yeah, people notice that, man. Like, and that helps you win. You got somebody. You don't think a coach sees that? Like, I got a kid that's going to rebound. I got a kid that's going to block shots, play defense. You know, perfect example is JoJo Filon. You know, the people recruiting JoJo because he's a winner. He's an energy and effort guy. He's rebound. He's going to block shot. He's going to make the extra pass. He's going to dive on the floor. That's why he got 11 stitches. That's why they recruit him. If he scores 20, that's a bonus. That's a plus. That's an added. That's not needed, nor is it wanted.
Yeah. You guys will guess low because of the way I'm doing this, but we're getting some information ready for the tournament this weekend, Chris. And John, John, how many players? So we have 8 teams in this, right? How many players do you think average 8 or more rebounds in the city of Tampa, like total players? So between all 8 teams, how many players do you think average 8 or more?
2.
You're saying
8 or more rebounds?
2.
Yeah. Chris, you guess way too low. I thought, okay.
Who's the other one?
8 or more. There's 5. But I had somebody say 12 today. I had somebody say 8 because they assumed every team would have. There's only 5.
I mean, Arcadian,
No,
Big Kai.
I'm talking about in our tournament for the City of Tampa Classic. We're doing the program. There's only 5 kids that average 8 or more rebounds. If you think about it, you would think most teams would have 1 each, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
And those five, how many are the leading scorer of the team?
He's not.
And then another assistant coach is Coach Yogi. He's from Serbia, and he's a great coach. Coach.
Hey, JoJo, how are you?
Does he know?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
And then
Good,
Max
good.
Feldman is our GM.
What's up, JoJo? How are you? Doing good.
Are
How
we
about
allowed to listen to this?
And then Coach Cronin. I'll let you take it from here, but I just wanted to make sure we.
I got it.
Intro.
I got it.
I don't think he was.
Gave you a taste. If you didn't know now, JoJo would be the first round draft pick of the Toronto Raptors in 2027.
Yeah. So Dave, how many?
So 5 are over 8 rebounds or more.
Okay. How many of them are?
The leading scorer 2.
Welcome to the weekly podcast that keeps it real about youth sport, social issues, and sports in general. The Final Word with your hosts, Joe, Dre, John, Chris, and Dave. And now, without further ado, presenting the Final Word.